I knew a few of the people who were blacklisted. I just knew them as social acquaintances, but nobody I ever worked with. I don't think anybody in journalism would ever have been dumb enough to get caught in that trap. When you think back, you will recall that it was almost all showbiz types, movie people, who may be very good at making little pictures that move, but they're not very good in dealing with public affairs. They're not well informed. And they mostly were the ones who got blacklisted, fairly or unfairly, I wouldn't attempt to say. But some of them were involved with communism to some degree, and I didn't know any of them. So I don't really know much about that subject. I know a good deal about McCarthy. My sister, Mary Driscoll, by then was married, had a job on Capitol Hill as Joe McCarthy's executive secretary. I despised him, and she did not. She didn't believe in his anti-communist crusade, but he had hired her and paid her and was very nice to her. And so she and I had to agree not to discuss him. I could not discuss him without getting into four-letter words, and I still can't, because he was the biggest liar in the history of the United States. I think that rings true. I can't think of a bigger liar we've ever had. And he terrified the Senate. And so I loathed him. She did not. So we had to agree not to discuss it. And she stayed with him till he died. Very interesting. Whereupon it was discovered he never had any 205 names. He never had any names. He didn't have he had a piece of paper in his hand, yes, but there was nothing on it. And I asked her that. And I asked her, my sister Mary, he said he had the names of 205 communists. Where did he get that? Where did he get them? And she said, he made it up. And she knew. She was in his office with him. So, well, I think we all felt the same way, because we all knew he was a liar. We all knew that these 205 communists still running the government of the United States was a falsehood. There was no such list. It never existed. He made it up. And we all knew that. And whatever I learned from Mary, I told everybody, not telling him where I got it, because I didn't want to get her in trouble. And so we all knew he was a fraud, and he was, total fraud. He referred to himself as Tail Gunner Joe, for example. He was never a tail gunner, never at all. It was just another lie. And we did not attack him, except to quote what we knew about him. And Ed Murrow did a job on him with a documentary he did about McCarthy, which did not undo him, but it didn't help him any, and it hurt him some. I don't know. It's hard to say. I think two members of the Senate really put him out of business.